All right, I'm going to make another lightsaber design here in Fusion 360. I had a couple of requests. So I'm going to make one similar to something I had made in Autodesk Inventor. See if I remember how to do it. It's been a while since I used Fusion 360. But here we go. So I want to kind of make one that is, so the last one I had very cylindrical, circular pattern grip, some basic stuff. I want to do one with some blades and some other features. So first thing you do always is start a sketch. All right. The work plane, any one of those vertical work planes, either one of them will work. I like to start with a line, right? This is going to be my middle line, right? We're going to make this about, about 5 inches. And then I'm going to start the sketch. Now, in my head, I have an idea here, right? I drew this out on paper. I'm going to basically try to draw this shape, revolve it, and then I'm going to add some blade feature to the front. So, I'm kind of going to use my drawing as a guide now. Let's make this like 0.4. That's going to be one of our widest parts. I'm going to kind of draw the shape here. This is going to be, maybe I make this part a little bit narrower here. Let me zoom in a bit. Yeah. Here we go. I'm going to make this part a little bit narrower. I like the snap feature. I really do like this in Inventor or in Fusion 360. So now I'm just referencing back at my grip design here up to here. Now here I want this to be, I don't know. We'll go to there. Kind of going to copy what I just have written down on the paper here. Get down to about here. All right. All right, so that I wanted to be flat, so it's not exactly how I want it. All right, so there's the start of my design. Hit finish. Or wait, no, not yet. I'm going to draw a circle here. All right. And then I'm going to rectangular pattern that. So, rectangular pattern, that circle, in that direction. Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. You can adjust the spacing just by grabbing it. Quantity now. Quantity, 3, let's try 6. Oops, space them out. That's neat. I've never done that before. It looks like I can get 8 in here. Drag a little farther. 8. There we go. Good, okay. Now I'm going to revolve this. All right. So finish sketch. Revolve. It's going to select. I need to select everything that I want to go around. All right. I want it to turn blue here, so it'll be nice and solid. You could, in this sketch, try to trim out stuff, but sometimes that just doesn't work. So I find it's easier to just do it that way. And on the axis, you have to select. All right, and there's the start of it, right? So that's a little bit different of a design than the previous one. Now for the grip, all right, I'm gonna make a work plane here. This one I'm gonna do a little differently too. It's gonna be a tangent plane, and what I love about Fusion 360 is you can click that, click the surface, and then set the angle. And I want it to be that way. So there we go. I'm going to start a sketch on that work plane. For the grip, I'm going to make like I'm going to make a rectangle here. Out there, I'm going to make it like that. About that big. All right, nothing too fancy. I'm going to see if I can't emboss that onto the handle. All right, now I'm going to write, can't, that doesn't work in Fusion. All right. I want to look at that emboss. On the face, this is going to be the face, the thickness. All right, so the depth, 0.79. That's a little big, so I guess I'll try 0.5. See what that looks like. Okay. Okay. Now, you might say, Harmon, what is that doing for you? Well, what I'm going to do with that is before I go any further, I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to chamfer those edges. All right, so it didn't do anything. Oh, that's because default is 0. 0.02. Let's see what that looks like if I do all the sides, all the edges. I want more edges. Why is it not letting me select more edges? All right, so let's try that again. Chamfer. I want to select that edge. I'll get all the edges in the beginning, I suppose. Make that point. Let's make it 0.1. Yeah, that's perfect. 0.2 is a little too big. Hit OK. Now what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to do a little rectangular pattern with that now. All right, I'm not in a sketch, right? I'm going to rectangular pattern and extrusion. Now here's the trick. Object select, right? I don't want it faces. I want it features. So it's going to select that extrusion and the chamfer. So you got to select both actually. The direction. Now this is going to be the trick. You got to get a line that's parallel to the direction you want to send it. And luckily, we have a line just built right into this sketch. That straight line. I'm going to send it that way. How many? Well, I don't know. At least what? 12 maybe? Distance 0? No, that's not going to do it. What's 0.5? Are we too big? No, not good enough. We need a bigger distance. 0.0? Why is it so close? It shouldn't be farther apart than that. Anyway, grab it. Okay, so need more here. I need more. I don't want to be spaced too far. So 12 wasn't enough. Let me get to a view where I can see the top view. So I like being able to move this. So if you hold down the middle mouse button, you can move your whole screen translationally. Let me zoom in here. 1.4. Let's make it. If that's 12, I probably need at least 16. See what that looks like. Probably I want space kind of like that. I need even more. Another 5, another 21. Let's see. So you just kind of eyeball it here. That looks pretty good. All right, there's a little gap there, but maybe we can add something later on. I hit OK. All right, so there's that. Now, what I'm going to do with that now is I'm going to circular pattern that. Circular pattern this. Oops. Oh man, it wants me to get not faces, features. I'm going to circular pattern that whole. Oh man, it's going to make me. See, that's a little different. I'm going to circular pattern all of that around this axis. All right, and then how many do I want? I don't know. Let's try 10. See what that looks like. Doing it? Computing. Oh no. Computing. Wow. So this must be some calculation work for it. And it's going slow because of Screencastify. It's still crunching back there. It is still trying to calculate this. It did it. Wow. Great. So there's my grip there. Now the problem is I kind of want these a little taller. So what I would have to do to make it a little taller, unfortunately, would be to, yeah. Well, I guess I'll just leave it. I'd have to go in here to bodies. No, down here, I'm sorry, to that emboss, that original emboss I did, right? Oh, I don't want to do that because it's going to recalculate it all. I'll probably have to go through that. So I'll just live with that. The grip's a little skinnier than I was thinking, but I also didn't plan this out on paper, so it's my bad. Now, I want to add some blades on here. I also want to add a button. But I'm going to add some blades here first. So to do that, what you got to do is bring the work plane up that's right down the middle of this, which we should be able to find pretty easily over here, right? Work plane, and we started. Where is it? Let me get to a home view here. All right. Let's see, which one's that? That one. Okay, I want to make that work plane visible. So you hit that little eye. Oops. Actually, I guess I'll start a sketch on it. So right click on it, create sketch. Now I know that work plane's right there, but that doesn't mean you have to literally draw right there. You can draw over here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a shape of a blade. I'm going to start it like down in here, right? It's going to come up in here. I want it to go a little bit farther than the saber itself. Maybe there. Run it parallel there, and then bring it down. Now I'm going to make it go inside the plastic here. All right, I'm going to make it go inside the plastic there. Now this is, I don't know. You know what I might do? While I'm at it, I might take some material out of the middle of it. It's a little bulky. Let me move this over a little bit. It's a little bulky. I'll run it parallel to that. Bring this point up. Bring this point down. Why is it moving that? Oh, it's keeping those parallel. I see. All right, that might be a little bit better. I don't know. Let's just go with that. And what you do, I don't like where this point up here is. I'm going to go back in there. Fix that. It's a little too far forward, I think, in my opinion. That point there. All right. All right. So now I'm going to do an extrusion of that surface. I'm going to make it symmetric. Make it pretty small. So 0.05 maybe. All right. And I need to make it a join to make it something solid. Hit OK. All right. So then there's that feature added on. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and chamfer that. Which is over here, modify, chamfer. Now with this one, let's get all the edges that we want chamfered first. It might be worthwhile to do a chamfer that's not just 45 degrees and symmetric, all right? But I might be clicking. I maybe should have done that before I started selecting all the lines. Okay, so equal distance. Nah, I want to go 2 distance. All right. So let's try 0.002 in that distance. All right, so that's the horizontal distance in. Then the distance down, I'm going to try 0.04. Oh, not right. 0.04. Let's see. Okay, so it's different. It's the opposite of that. All right, that wants to be 0.02. And this one I want to be 0.05. Yeah, so that makes it steeper there, right? So I'm actually going to go 0.03 here. All right, and I'm going to go farther down, 0.1. Really, doesn't like it. Oh, it cuts it off, that's why. So 0.06. All right, let's go with that. What's happening is in the front, it was taking off all the material, so maybe that doesn't look the coolest. I don't know. We'll go create pattern. Hard to tell when you only have one circular pattern. Again, it's features, so I want to get the body and all those chamfers. The axis, you can select any sphere here. Quantity, I don't know, 6. Is that good? 6. Okay. All right, so there's that. Now I need to get a hole in here, so I'll probably just do it an actual, just a circle here, extrusion of a circle. It doesn't really need to hold the pen. None of them have been actually holding the pen any good. So, it's okay. distance 0.5. Is that gonna be too far? Yeah, that's probably gonna be too far. I gotta change the direction. Make it negative. Yeah, look, you got to be careful because if you extrude too far, look, it's cutting that material out. So I'm actually going to grab this and just have it go to there. All right. Don't want to lose that material in there. Okay, that's looking better. The final thing I'd want to do here is maybe add a button on here to the end here. I only got a couple more minutes here, so I'll real quick show you how to do that. So I'm actually going to make it from that same, where was that sketch? Same sketch I did here on that same work plane. So let's see here. Actually, you know what? I can start a work plane. Yeah, I'm going to start a new work plane. Construct, tangent plane. I'm going to put it up here. I want the button to be flush with that. All right, that's good. Hit OK. Start a sketch. The button, what I'm going to do is make like a, I'm just going to make a circle, you know, right here. Make it kind of big. You could go to there, about there. Finish sketch. For this one, I'm not going to emboss it. I'm going to extrude it. Negative 0.5. Make it join. I think I went a little too far there. Make it negative. Let me zoom in here. Make it negative 3 so it doesn't go too far in. Okay. All right. And then I'll probably, last thing I do here is I'll probably refill at that edge. One edge. Get point. Try 0.2, see what that looks like. Probably way too big. Yeah, I won't even do it. 5. Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay. All right, so now we got a button on there. All right. And that's about it. That's about all I'm going to do. At this point, I will export the Stl file. It's a little, I should have planned it out better. I would like these a little bit bigger. I'd like this a little bit bigger. Watch, you can do that. I'm sure it's going to cause a huge fit. So if I go back into that very first sketch, right, and I grab these, I can move those up, right? I can move this up. I can move. Let's see, well, let me move that line up. That's a trick. It's gonna want me to move those points up. Move that up. Down here. This is probably going to cause some errors here. You can move this up. Move this up a bit. It's not snapping horizontally, but that's okay. Let's see if it does it, or if it just totally quits on me. Computing. Oh gosh. It's got to recalculate everything here. Please don't crash. So my bell is going to ring here in about 1 more minute. So let's hope this gets done, and then I can see what's up. Now, what's cool about that is it made everything bigger. It beefed it all up. Everything is still relative. So these didn't change. The button didn't change. The blades didn't change. The hole in the front didn't change. I could make that hole deeper probably now. Probably go back to that one. Sketch 4 there. I'll probably make this diameter smaller. Finish sketch. And then that extrusion, which is, no, this one. Probably make that deeper, which will make it, it'll just look more interesting. Make sure we didn't cut out any material here. All right, so now it's going into the design farther, which will have a nicer effect, right? And didn't cut out any material. All right, so there you go. Lightsaber done in 20 minutes or so. So if you're behind and need to catch up, there's some more ideas for you. You would go File, Export at this point, and you could do it as an STL file, which isn't here. Oh, there it is, all the way at the bottom. Give it a name. save it to your computer first. All right. I'm going to save this. For some reason my stuff hasn't been saving. All right, we'll call it Lightsaber 2. All right, I don't know what this. Let's make it a new project. Come on in, go sit down. I'll be right over there. I'm just finishing up something here. All right. You know, those projects can be a little bit of a pain, but you'll be good to go. All right. So there you go. Have a good one. Catch you guys later.